everybody, it's Karen, and I just want to thank everybody for watching. I've had a lot of people tell me lately that they have been sober for a while and been very uncomfortable, and in listening to my vlogs and reading my blog, they've come to learn what's wrong with them. You see, alcoholism is a mental illness, and it is my thinking that's the problem. I was sober for a long time, double-digit years, and I ended up drinking and using again. That was the worst thing I ever did in my life, and when I decided to do that, I was stone cold sober. I'd like to think that all my worst decisions were when I was drunk, but they're not. I make terrible decisions sober. That's because I have a chronic mind of an alcoholic. I am abnormally different than others, mind and body. My body has an addiction, a craving for more with each drink, with each pill, with each anything I do. I'm constantly trying to fix myself. You see, I hate the way I feel sober. Absolutely hate it. And without an answer, that is. And so that's why so many people can't stay sober. They get sober and they're miserable, but they really don't know what's wrong with them. And so many people are walking around really not knowing what's wrong with them. I was sober, like I said, for double digits, and I really didn't know what was wrong with me. I thought it was the alcohol. I thought I drank too much, right? Put down the booze. Of course, anybody's life's going to get better. Put down the drugs. But eventually, I drank again. Not much of an answer there. When I got sober again and I realized it was my thinking that's the problem, then I had a fighting chance to stay sober. I've learned what's wrong with me. I learned that I get irritable, restless, and discontent at the drop of a hat. I don't think like other people do. I make shit up. I catastrophize. I blame. I get resentful easily. I can use resentments as my drug of choice. I just am not the same as other people. And I need a solid answer of depth and weight, which I have found in the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, the first 164 pages, that has given me a new way of life. It's shifted my perception. That's why my blog is called Shifted Perception. It has taken my thinking and shifted it. And it sometimes doesn't take, like I've said before, it doesn't take a 180 change of thinking. It takes 1 degree. 1 degree. A little shift in your thinking that you can see something different, right? That you might not be right. You might be wrong. You might be right, but there might be 2 rights. You know, I've said this before. If you're reading a book and you see the page with all the writing and someone else sees the cover, they only see the cover. You only see the words. Is either of you right? Both of you are right. Are you wrong? No. You just can't see the other person's perspective. See, that starts opening your mind up. Like, oh my God, maybe I don't see everything just the way it is, right? Maybe I make shit up. Maybe I can't handle life on life's terms, and I need another way to go. And that really is what I found in the program of Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous and Al-Anon, any 12-step program. This way to shift my perception. So I am not the victim anymore. I can take some responsibility, and I've got tools to live my life one day at a time differently. It's like freedom. We don't talk about that enough. I talk about the problems that come with alcoholism. You know what the consequences of alcoholism and addiction is. It's all bad. We could all sit and talk about our horror stories. They're bad. Some are worse than others. Some will like blow your mind, right? And yet, with this simple program and a shift of your perception, this thinking shifts just ever so much, and you get this freedom and a new happiness. And you don't have to drink and use. You don't have to constantly be figuring out where your next drug is. You don't have to figure out how you're going to come up with the money. You don't have to figure out how you're going to sneak it into work, how you're going to get well just before you show up for an interview, but not too well so that you look drunk. You know, you're not too loaded so you don't nod out, but you're just loaded enough so you can participate in your kid's birthday party. I mean, I get it. I've done it. And it is prison. People come to AA and they always say, I don't want to be told what to do. Don't tell me what to do. I'm not doing those steps, right? I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to go to meetings. I want to be free. How free are you? How free are you? Really? How free are you? You know, life is short and you don't have to live like this anymore. There is an answer. If you want help, direct message me. I can send you to my website. It has some resources and different ways to contact me. KarenGardenier.com. I'm here to help. Thanks.